Hey, everybody in Facebook, all my Facebook friends. Yay. Hey, I got it to work. I think it's because I showed up. Hopefully. It's good. All right. Can someone give me a yes, you can hear me. I'm good to go. And thank you. Hi, Linda. And hi, Julie. I'm so glad you're here. I would just love if you would, so we know we're broadcasting well. Good. No sound, somebody says. No sound. How's that? No audio. That's interesting. Well, let me that. You getting audio now? Take off my headphones. How's that working? Can you hear me? Oh, Julie says I can hear you. Okay, so somebody can hear me. That's good. Maybe make sure the volume is turned up. I am turned up all the way. So Julie, you guys are helping each other out. So yes, make sure your computer volume is turned up. That helps. So while everybody's figuring themselves out technically, I want to introduce myself. In case you don't know me, my name is Nina Manelson. Linda says my volume is all the way turned up. I am not sure because Julie can hear me. And what is going on? Anybody else? Yes, you can hear me. Just let me know if you can, because let me know that you can, because then I know it's not my issue. And then I can move on, because if it is my issue, I'm all set. Okay, Linda says you're all set. Good. Okay, then we're good to go. Excellent. Welcome, everybody. Yep, Lisa, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad. Linda, Julie, delighted you guys are here. Excellent. Okay, so I'm Nina Manelson. I am a board-certified health and wellness coach, and I am a psychology of eating coach, and I specialize in helping women have a really positive, healthy, juicy, compassionate, respectful, really good relationship with their body so that they feel good in their own skin. Because I know from my own experience and from helping many, many, many women is that when we feel good, we feel more confident in the world and we're more able to do what it is that we're here meant to do. So today I'm excited for two reasons. One, I'm sitting in front of my fire. Usually you see me sitting at my table, you know, in my chair. I'm sitting on the floor in front of my fire because, man, it is cold. So I am all bundled up and happily in front of my fire in Boston. I hope wherever you are very warm. So that's one reason I'm excited. The other is that we're going to talk about body appreciation. And we're going to do a body appreciation assessment together. So as I'm talking about body appreciation, one thing I want you to do is get just a little notepad. It could even be like a Post-it and a pen, or you can do it on your phone. But I'm going to be telling you questions, and you're going to be rating yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. Okay, but first I really want to talk to you about why I love the whole concept of body appreciation. And what body appreciation does that I think is interesting is that it takes us out of the duality that we often get in with our body. Like I'm being good or I'm being bad, or I hate my body, or I love my body, or I'm eating good food, or I'm eating bad food. And as women, we get into this polarity quite easily, partly because our culture does it with us, to us, at us, on us, with the, you know, I'm on the wagon, I'm off the wagon. Oh, I'm having what's the word people use a lot? Like, it's not indulging. I can't remember the right word, but it's like I'm like doing something bad. Like I'm being bad. There's another word. Anyway, if someone thinks about what the word is that I'm trying to say, but it's that kind of like I'm indulging, or like a guilty pleasure, those kind of things. It takes us into that kind of duality of good and bad in our body. Body appreciation, it's not like a good or bad thing. It's just a concept that we can start to explore and create language around how to more deeply appreciate our body. So before we go deeper, let me give you what I consider the official definition of body appreciation. So, and one other thing about body appreciation that I wanted to say, but besides how it takes us out of the duality, it also takes us out of the fixing. So often with our body, we're like, well, I should be doing this thing. I should fix my body. I should be eating X, Y, or Z, and I'm not. Or I should be exercising more, and I'm not. I should be fixing myself in some way that I'm not doing. And having the body appreciation conversation, it takes us out of the fixing and into the relationship. Are we appreciating our body? How are we appreciating our body? What does appreciation look like? It takes us into a qualitative, relational experience with our body. And if you've been hearing me at all for the last, 10, 20, 30 years, I am all about having a relationship with your body, being able to have a conversation with your body that is respectful, responsive, caring, compassionate, kind. Right? That's the kind of connection we want. And often as women, and I know it was me for much of my life, had mostly a nasty relationship with my body, always putting myself down, always feeling like I wasn't enough, always feeling like I wasn't doing it right, doing this body food thing right. So what this whole body appreciation conversation does, which is so cool, is that it takes us out of the fixing realm and into the relational realm. And that's where the work is done, around how do we have a better relationship with our body. It's around these relational experiences, learning how to have conversation with ourselves, our bodies, our sensations. Sensations is how our body speaks to us, our desires, right? All of those, all that vocabulary, all of that juicy inner stuff, that's how we get into the work of feeling, good in our body. Okay, so what is body appreciation? So this is a definition by Tracy Tilka. She is the author of this body appreciation assessment that we're going to do. And her definition is that body appreciation is holding favorable opinions toward the body regardless of its appearance, accepting the body along with its deviations from societal beauty ideals. I'll break it down more in a minute. I just want to read through the whole thing. Respecting the body by attending to its needs and engaging in healthy behaviors, and protecting the body by rejecting unrealistic media appearance ideals. Such a good definition. Let me just break it down. So first of all, what we've got is being favorable, right? Being favorable towards ourselves, regardless of appearance, right? So it's not, I'm favorable toward, I feel good about myself when I lose X amount of weight, right? That's really important. So there isn't the, okay, I will feel good when it's favorable regardless of appearance, okay? Favorable even if it doesn't fit the societal ideal. So even if my body, Susan says, I'm here, yay, you made it, I'm so glad. What I'm just getting into right now is the definition of body appreciation. So we've got that you feel favorable towards yourself regardless of appearance, even if it doesn't fit into societal ideals. This is important, right? And we respect our body by listening to what it needs. This is part of body appreciation. Respecting my body, what it needs. I'm hungry, I eat. Right? Which a lot of women go, I'm hungry, I shouldn't be eating. The other piece is, I need to pee. I know this sounds like ridiculous, but so often, Julie says, can you read the whole thing again? I will read the whole definition. Let me unpack it one more time and I'll read the whole thing again. So But the whole thing about peeing, I hear so often, especially from nurses, which I get because they're like, you know, in a surgical room or running around a floor, but that delay of my body needs to pee, but oh, I'll wait, right? So part of body appreciation is respecting our body, listening to what it needs, and taking action to support our health, okay? So the other part of this definition is so important, protecting our body. And what are we protecting it against? We're not protecting it against, you know, I don't know, tripping on a banana peel. We're protecting it against unrealistic media appearance ideals. So we're actually part of body appreciation. This is really important to get. And if you listen to one of my other Facebook Lives, I talked about body dissatisfaction, how we're being sold body dissatisfaction. So part of body appreciation is protecting us, protecting ourselves from that media, unrealistic, those ideals, all the diet culture, really. So it's so cool that built into the definition of body appreciation is to say no to how we're being sold body dissatisfaction. So let me read you the whole definition again, and then we're going to get into the questions, into the specific questions of the assessment. So here's the definition again. Body appreciation is holding favorable, let me try that again. Body appreciation is holding favorable opinions toward the body regardless of its appearance, accepting the body along with its deviations from societal beauty ideals, respecting the body by attending to its needs and engaging in healthy behaviors, right? Taking care of ourselves. And this is the whole piece about saying no to being sold body dissatisfaction by our diet culture, and protecting the body by rejecting unrealistic media appearance ideals. So powerful. All right. So I want to get into why it's important, why body appreciation is important, and why knowing where you are is important. But I'm going to save that a little bit until we've done the questions. So let's dive into the questions together. What I want you to do is take out a pen, and you're going to, actually before we do this, let me say one thing. This isn't the kind of assessment that at the end you get a grade, and if you get a high grade, thumbs up, and if you get a low grade, thumbs down. It doesn't work that way. This assessment is solely for you to start this conversation with your body and to see where your work is, where you want to grow into more body appreciation, more nourishment, more body trust, more compassion. Right? This whole assessment that we're going to do is about opening yourself up to a deeper conversation, a richer conversation. Because what happens in our culture is we go, I don't really appreciate my body. I don't really love my body. I can't be loving my body. And so then what we do is we don't delve into the deeper conversation, which is where the healing is. We dive into the fixing, the diet culture. That's a really important distinction, that when we go, no, I already know, I hate my body, I'll just fix it so that I can appreciate it. You're missing the point here. So the point the reason we're doing this body appreciation assessment is to go deeper so that we can start having these conversations, have a vocabulary so that we can be in relationship with our body, and so that we can learn how to heal this relationship with our food and our body. Making sense so far? Yes? I just don't want anybody to do the quiz and then go, oh my gosh, I didn't, I'm wrong because I don't rate highly on the body appreciation assessment. That's not the point. The point is to have the conversation. Okay? All right, here we go. This is the way it goes. So for each item, you're going to rate it. Julie says yes, thank you. You're going to rate yourself on 1 to 5. Julie says, I love this. Thank you. I'm glad. I do too. Can you tell? I'm like so lit up about this stuff. This is like yummy to me, because this kind of work, this deeper work around body and food and finding our relationship is what helps us sort of wade through the muck of how we think we should be and how we think we should be eating, and coming from this very restrictive place that we can't hold. It's no fun. It's not pleasurable. It's no fun to be in our body. All women need this, says Julie. Yes, I agree. All women do need this. Absolutely. All right, so here's how the body appreciation assessment goes. You're going to rate each statement on a scale of 5. 1 is never, 2 is seldom, 3 is sometimes, 4 is often, and 5 is always. Okay, so just jot that down. 1 is never, 2 is seldom, 3 is sometimes, 4 is often, and 5 is always. Okay? All right, here we go. So, first question, and there's 10 questions, just so you know where we're headed. First question, I respect my body. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. You're just rating yourself on that scale of 1 to 5. 1 is never. I never respect my body. Right. Linda just said how many questions? There's 10 questions. So I'm confused about what Linda just said. So if you say it again, all I got was an S question mark. Oh, how many questions? Yes, 10 questions. So first question, I respect my body. 1 never, 2 seldom, 3 sometimes, 4 often, 5 always. Okay? Number 2, I feel good about my body. 1 never, 2 seldom, 3 sometimes, 4 often, 5 always. So rate yourself on that scale. So that was the second question, I feel good about my body. Third question, I feel that my body has at least some good qualities. I feel that my body has at least some good qualities. Rated on the scale of 1 to 5. 1 never, 2 seldom, 3 sometimes, 4 often, 5 always. Question number 4. I take a positive attitude towards my body. I take a positive attitude towards my body. And rate that on the scale of 1 to 5. 1 being never, 5 being always. Question number 5. I am attentive to my body's needs. I am attentive to my body's needs. 1 never, 2 seldom, 3 sometimes, 4 often, 5 always. Number 6, question number 6. I feel love for my body. I feel love for my body. Rate that from 1 to 5. 5 being always, I always feel love for my body. 1 being I never feel love for my body. 3 being sometimes. 4 being often. 2 being seldom. Question number 7. I appreciate the different and unique characteristics of my body. I appreciate the different and unique characteristics of my body. And rate that 1 to 5. Question number 8. My behavior reveals my positive attitude toward my body. For example, I hold my head high and smile, right? My behavior reveals my positive attitude toward my body. For example, I hold my head high and smile. And rate that 1 through 5. 1 is never, 2 is seldom, 3 is sometimes, 4 is often, and 5 is always. Number 9, I am comfortable in my body. I am comfortable in my body. And rate that on the level, it's a scale of 1 through 5. 1 is never, 2 is seldom, 3 is sometimes, 4 is often, 5 is always. Number 10, I feel I am beautiful even if I am different from media images of attractive people. For example, models, actresses, actors. Number 10, I feel like I am beautiful even if I am different from media images of attractive people. For example, models, actresses, and actors. And rate that 1 through 5. So now, before we talk about the quiz and before you add yourself up and all that, take just 20 seconds and I want you to write down just what you feel right now after doing those questions. How did that land for you? What are the feelings that have come up for you as you've been answering those questions? Julie says, one more time on that last one, please. Absolutely. I feel like I am beautiful, even if I'm different from media images of attractive people. I feel like I'm beautiful, even if I'm different from media images of attractive people. That was number 10. And Lisa's asking number 8 again. My behavior reveals my positive attitude toward my body. For example, I hold my head high and smile. And when you've finished rating yourself, I want you to don't skip this step, it's important. I want you to take a moment and write down, how do I feel right now? How did this land? How does it make me feel to be in this conversation about how I feel about my body? To be in this inquiry of body appreciation. This isn't light stuff. Our relationship, the examples for number 10, they were models, actresses, and actors. This work of body appreciation and really getting this is like, it's not like walk in the park stuff. You know, it's not like eat 2 ounces of lean meat. You know, this is deeper mindset, deeper psychological work. And there are feelings that come up when we start unpacking our relationship with our body. Unpacking how we feel living in this home that we're in for our lifetime. And I'll just be quiet I have so much to say about this, but I'll be quiet, let you write for a second. And if anybody's feeling like they're willing to share what came up for them around this inquiry, please do on Facebook so we can talk about it if you'd like to, if it feels comfortable and right for you to share. If not, and you want to keep it private, I completely respect that as well. So once you've written down your feelings about it, here's how you can score yourself. There's a couple of ways. One, you can just look at it and go, yep, I get it. You know, I'm in the kind of, you know, middle of the range. Most of my answers were 3s, or so I'm sort of on my way to a more body appreciation, but right now I have it a little bit. Or you can add up all the numbers and divide it by 10. And that's your score. average of all of those 10 answers. And that's going to give you sort of a sense of, here's where I am on the scale of body appreciation. 1 being low on the body appreciation scale, 5 being high on the body appreciation scale. And this is the part I want to get into a little bit more about, why is it important to know? Why am I doing this? Why is this instrumental? So 1 is that a high level of body appreciation is related to a feeling of psychological well-being, right? We feel good about our body. We feel good in our life often. And we have more body esteem, that feeling of like at ease in your body. Like, I feel good. We also are more likely to have an easier time with intuitive eating when we have body appreciation. Because body appreciation, right, is part of listening. Julie says, my answers were almost all 3s, which is huge improvement for me and a big change over the last year and especially the last month. I'm so, so glad. I'm so glad. And then Susan says, I'm looking at this 2 ways for myself and the work I've been doing on myself for these many years. I totally get that. And I'm also thinking about it for my clients, many of whom have little to no sense of appreciation for their bodies, much less themselves. Yes. And isn't that the heartbreaking part? Is that so many women have such low body appreciation. So powerful. Linda said she lost me for a second, but she got a 2.5, right? So let me continue on about what we see in high body appreciation and what we see in low body appreciation. So high level of body appreciation is related more to intuitive eating. That sense of, I'm listening to my body, I can connect to it, I know what I need. It's also related more to women's sexual functioning, a sense of ease, a sense of, being more comfortable being sexual because we're more at ease in our body. We have more access to the pleasure of being in this body. And a high level of body appreciation is related to physical activity. We like being in our body, so we're more likely to move it, right? It feels good. All right, so hold on one sec. Julie says, so I've been brave these past few weeks, and I've learned that real guys like real women and don't actually like the fake media standards. Hallelujah. Absolutely. So, so true, right? When we step into that place of body appreciation, we're met with it also. Lisa says, I'm between 2 to 3 on most and couldn't answer number 8 at all. I exercise and take care of my body that way, but food remains a challenge. Totally, right? So there's more to grow into, right? There's more to delve. There's more relationship to be had. There's more to get along. There's some work to be done in there. So let me say a little bit about low body appreciation and what that's related to. So low body appreciation is often related to body shame, body dissatisfaction, social-physique anxiety. And that's a really interesting one. I hear that all the time from women. It's, I think somebody's judging me. I feel judged. Now, the reality is our culture does it all the time. But when we get anxious of what other people think of our body, that goes up as our body appreciation goes down, right? There's also more body checking when we have low body appreciation. That's like I was the guiltiest offender of body checking, and I can tell you truly, honestly, I still do it sometimes, and I'm working on it, where I catch myself looking and like checking, like, so how do I look, right? Instead of like looking in the mirror and going, hello, beautiful, right? Instead of, have I got it together? How's my hair doing, right? Like, how's my butt doing? Like, that's body checking, right? And women do it to ourselves, and we do it to other women too. And as body dissatisfaction goes down, body checking goes up. Eating disorders go up as body dissatisfaction goes down. Julie says, which is true, but really, truly, no one is judging you. And if they are, they're stupid. I don't judge other people by how they look. Julie, it's true that, you know what, nobody really cares. Sometimes people are judging because we have a society that is lookist. That's the reality. And I don't think that people are stupid because they're judging. I think that they have low body appreciation. And they've bought into body dissatisfaction. And so that's the lens through which they look through the world. All right. So here's the tricky bit, is often what happens when people see that their body appreciation is low is they go, oh, I know what I'll do. I'm going to start appreciating my body. So let me fix things so that I can be the size that I think I deem acceptable, or the behaviors that I deem acceptable, so that then I can appreciate my body, right? It's that thing of when I lose weight, then I will be able to appreciate my body. And that's the tricky bit. It doesn't roll that way, because 95% of diets don't last. So you can absolutely lose weight on a diet. You can absolutely change your behavior for a short amount of time, but that kind of restrictive behavior, and there's research to back this up, after 5 years, poof, gone, right? Diets are not effective. 95% of people who have been on a diet 5 years later have gained their weight back and more. So if fixing your body to be that idealized body so that then you can appreciate is not going to work, what's going to work? So of course, in my worldview, nourishing yourself is going to work, because that is what works. And there is research that backs up having this relationship. Oh, Lisa said something really powerful. She says, yep, the when I X, then I will X trap. Absolutely, right? When I lose X amount of weight, then I will appreciate my body. So I want to change the paradigm. I want to invite you into a relationship. It's not a when I X, then I will love my body. It's let me be in relationship. Let me create a nourishing relationship with my body. Let me be more in dialogue. Let me be more in listening. Let me be more in body appreciation. And that's what I'm all about. And specifically next week, right? And Susan says the key is to love yourself unconditionally. Absolutely. Absolutely, that deep self-compassion of love is so important. So next week, starting on Friday, I am starting a program. I'm so excited. It's a brand new program for me. And I could not be more thrilled about rolling it out, because it really brings up, I'm rolling out like my deep beliefs here. And it's called Living in a Nourished Body. It's a 3-week program. We're going to really get into this conversation. How do we have a conversation with ourselves that is respectful and responsive, that's not based on external ideals, It's not based on the right thing to eat. It's about really listening deeply to our own body's wisdom, really working on growing that awareness so that we can grow that appreciation, right? A lot of those appreciation assessment questions were, are you listening to your body? Are you able to appreciate your body? And that grows as we grow body awareness, as we start to have a vocabulary for the nuances of living in a human body, instead of I'm doing it right or I'm doing it wrong. We have to learn a nourishment model. And that's what we're jumping into next Friday. And I want to make a huge invitation for you to jump into this program. You can get all the information on nourishedbody.ninamanelson.com. And if you have any questions about it, I want you to reach out to me. You can email me, nina@ninamanelson.com. There's a little question button, little chat button on that information page. And really, it's the thing that's fun about this program is that it's an experience that has enough structure so that you can really relax, right? But enough freedom so that you don't waste your energy in resistance, right? I find that women are like, I need some structure, I need some support, right? And there's going to be enough of both the structure, but enough freedom so that you're not getting into a polarity with me. Oh, well, Nina said that, I'm not going to do that. Or Nina said that, oh, should do that, but now I can't do that, so now I feel bad. I've found sort of just the right way to support you, but also let you relax and listen to your own wisdom in the process. And the program has enough depth that you know it's the real deal. And I hope you know by talking to me through the Facebook Lives and getting my newsletters, you know, I'm not interested in wasting your time. I know if you are a woman who's struggled with food and body, you have done 101 diets or approaches before. I have. I'm not interested anymore in any more quick fix, right? I'm done. This is how you really create a good relationship with your body. The other thing about this program, Living in a Nourished Body, is that there's enough recipes so that you can get creative in the kitchen. You know, I love talking about the depth of our relationship with our body, but I like eating. I am a foodie. I like to know how to get in the kitchen really super fast and make something, right? Just before I got on the Facebook Live with you, I went in and chopped up some vegetables, threw it all in my Instant Pot so that there's soup for me afterwards, right? So we'll be cooking. And in fact, there's one of my favorite little mini workshops we're going to do in the middle of Living in a Nourished Body, which is the Healthy Full Fridge, where we all get in the kitchen together, except everybody's in their own kitchen and we're all on the phone together and we make a week's worth of food. It's fantastic so that you can feel taken care of. And of course, because I love women together and I love how the power of women together and the healing energy that we bring and the modeling of how to be truly compassionate with ourselves that we bring when we come in community, this program has plenty of amazing women. So you know, absolutely know it's going to be fun. So I hope you'll join me for Living in a Nourished Body. Again, all the information is at nourishedbody.ninamanelson.com. If you have any questions, just reach out to me on Facebook or email or on this information page of Living in a Nourished Body. But what I'd love to know from now, any comments about the body appreciation assessment, any questions about the program, any kind of like, how is this landing for you? How is this conversation settling? So I'd love to hear your comments or questions, and we can just take a couple minutes. So, and while you guys are doing that, let me tell you one other thing about the program because I love talking about it. It's so fun. Julie says that was amazing. I'm good. What felt amazing to you? What felt powerful to you? So let me tell you one thing about the program. There was something one of my wonderful, wonderful clients said to me this week. She said, you're just a brand new client. And she said, I want to stop hiding when I eat cookies. And honestly, it brought tears to my eyes because there was something about that was like, I'm not allowed, you know, in the body appreciation talked about like, am I attentive to my body's needs? You know, do I respect my body? And sometimes we want pleasure, right? But if we feel like we have to hide a cookie, there's so much shame in that, shame in our body and shame in our eating. And that's something we can heal. Truly, truly we can. So let me say, Julie said, my emotional check-in at the end was this. My physical appearance has come a long way. Acceptance of my health issues still has a long way to go. Julie, it's when we're dealing with physical pain, illness, it's a real intricate relationship because we can feel angry. We can feel upset. It's not just all like sunshine and roses, you know. It's not like, oh, I'm going to just appreciate and love when we're feeling pain or we're feeling fatigue. It's hard. It's hard. I know. I've had shoulder issues. I had one frozen shoulder, and then the next year the other frozen shoulder, and then I'm a paddleboarder, and recently I was paddleboarding, and then my shoulder went again, and I was like, it's hard to stay like I am loving my body when it's going ka-doom, 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 you know, throbbing pain. So it takes, you have to even delve deeper into how do I make peace to, like, sometimes it hurts. So Julie says, those questions were so good. The body acceptance definition was so good. Like I said, I think all women need it. Please shout this from the rooftops. I would so appreciate it. And if you're so inclined to share the Living in a Nourished Body, I would be very grateful, because I am trying to get this work out to more women and get women off of the cycle of diet culture, which is just sapping our energy and keeping us hostage in body dissatisfaction and feeling bad. I'm interested in women feeling fantastic in their body, championing each other, and going out there and changing the world, right? But we can't do that if we're feeling bad about ourselves. So, oh, Julie says, if it wasn't for my health problems and feeling like my body hates me and I hate it back, I'd have scored a whole lot higher. Right? That's the part where we're having illness, we're having pain. We have to get into this extraordinarily compassionate place for where we are in our healing process, right? This isn't a snap, ta-da, and now I'm healed kind of process. And it is even more complicated when we have physical pain or illness. So I'm sorry you're suffering. So here's how I want to end tonight. I want to thank you so much for coming on and doing this body appreciation assessment. I hope it was valuable for you. And if you're ready to take this kind of work deeper and into all aspects of your life, both on the level of food and lifestyle and this deep conversation, I want to hold the door wide open for you to join me in Living in a Nourished Body. We're going to have a phenomenal experience, and I can't wait to see you there. All right. Take good care, everybody. Good night. Thank you so much. Mwah!